stories we tell shape the world we live in. Let's embark on a journey through the tales of Vanessa, where wisdom, wonder, and inspiration await. Please do us a favor to subscribe now and let's dive in. In the heart of the bustling city of Lagos, where dreams shimmer in nightclubs and high-rise lights, lived a young woman named Vanessa. Beautiful, bold, and dangerously ambitious. She believed true love came dressed in luxury. They say not all that glitters is gold. And in the city, the glitters are many. For this is the tale of Vanessa, a girl whose eyes saw only shine, and whose heart was blind to truth. She lived in the noisy streets of Lekki Phase 1, where houses stood tall and flashy. Cars hummed down the roads like royalty passing through. She was the kind of girl who believed in status, style, and selfies with champagne. To her, a man without a Benz was invisible. A man without Gucci was a ghost. She worked in a boutique, no, not just any boutique, high-end fashion store where celebrities buy shoes. And big men sent drivers to collect wristwatches. That cost more than some people's rent for a year. Vanessa, oh Vanessa. Her skin glowed like caramel under sunlight, and she walked like every street was her runway. But her heart was harder than Lagos traffic on a Monday morning. Suitors came. They came with humble smiles and honest jobs. A school teacher, a nurse, a bank clerk. She laughed at them all. "I cannot suffer in marriage," she said. She had one rule. "If he's not rich, fine, and fresh, he cannot touch my nail." It was a hot Thursday, the kind of heat that melts patience. Vanessa stood behind the glass counter, scrolling through her phone. The door opened. A man stepped in. Tall, smooth skin, dressed in a perfectly tailored suit, wearing Italian designer shoes that whispered money with every step. "Good afternoon," he said with a voice like silk. Vanessa looked up and she smiled, the smile she reserved for kings. "Welcome to Blush and Black," she said, her voice suddenly soft like honey. "How can I help you, sir?" He looked around and pointed at 3 different items, no questions about price. She was impressed. Then he turned to her and said, "You have good taste. What's your name?" That was the beginning. His name was Derek Blake, or so he claimed. He didn't talk too much, didn't ask too many questions. At each time he appeared, he bought something. And each time, he looked at Vanessa like she was already his. Within 2 weeks, Derek was picking Vanessa up from work in a black Range Rover. He took her to rooftop restaurants, bought her a phone, sent her money. She was the envy of her friends. But something was strange. He never picked her calls after 10 p.m. He never let her visit his house. And once, she noticed his hand was unusually cold, like someone just pulled it from the freezer. That she waved it off. "All these rich men have their weirdness," she told herself. And then, like a scene from a movie, he proposed. Right there, on the balcony of a 5-star hotel, with the whole city below them. She said yes. Of course she did. The wedding was private but classy. White roses, imported wine. Even the music felt rich. But no family of Derek came. No best man. No mother. No father. When asked, Derek simply smiled and said, "They live far. They're traditional." Nobody questioned further. Vanessa moved in with him to a glassy apartment in Banana Island. At first, it was a dream. But dreams don't last forever. And this one was slowly turning into a nightmare. It was a night like any other. Rain tapped on the windows like restless fingers. Vanessa lay on the velvet couch, scrolling through Instagram. Derek had just returned from a business trip and gone straight to the guest room for his privacy. Even as her husband, he never slept beside her. "I snore too much," he said with a grin once. But this night, something felt off. She heard a sound, like something wet dragging across the tiles. She froze, listened harder. She tiptoed quietly toward the guest room door. It was open, a little crack. She peeked. And what she saw burned itself into her soul. She fell down trying to run with fear. Vanessa stood up running away for her life. She ran barefoot out of the house, very scared. The gate wouldn't open. Derek was running after her, already transformed into human again. "Vanessa, stop. I can explain." But she wasn't listening. She screamed. The street was quiet. Too quiet. Somehow she got out, found a cab, ran straight to her auntie's house in Victoria Island. She wept. She shivered. But the worst part, no one believed her. "Are you sure of what you are saying?" her cousin asked. "Men can be snakes," her friend said, laughing. "It's normal." But she knew what she saw and will never forget. Desperate for answers, her aunt took her to a native spiritual doctor in Ibadan. The woman, old with eyes like storm clouds, listened. Then she spat on the floor and said, "Your husband is not a man. He is a spirit, a serpent spirit who takes the form of wealthy men to marry greedy souls." Vanessa trembled. "He chose you because your heart called him." The priestess handed her a white cloth and a mirror. "If you ever see him again, don't speak. Show him this mirror. It will reveal him to all." They got home. 2 weeks passed. She was worried. Then Derek called. From an unknown number. He said, "Vanessa, I'm sorry. I can't live without you. Let me make it right." He begged. Against her aunt's warnings, she agreed to meet at a public lounge in Ikoyi. She came, but she wore the white cloth under her dress and the mirror hidden in her handbag. Derek arrived charming, smelling like cologne and lies. He tried to hold her hand, tried to smile like nothing had happened. Then she brought out the mirror. She raised it, and as he looked into it, the entire lounge screamed. For in the mirror he was no man, but a long, shiny, black and gold python, with a human grin stretched across its fangs. People ran, chairs flew, and Derek vanished into dust, gone forever. Vanessa never married again. She became quiet, moved back to her hometown. She started teaching young girls about self-worth, about pride, and about the dangers of judging love by its packaging. "If you chase riches, you may marry a snake in designer shoes," she often said. And her words spread, because she had seen it, lived it, and barely survived it. So my dear, before you reject the boy with a good heart, before you mock the man with small pockets but big dreams, always remember that we are not God. His story can change overnight. Please kindly subscribe to our channel for more life-teaching stories, because it will encourage us